Hello and welcome to Contemporary Comrades. It's your boy Corn. Over here to my left, we have Adam. Say what's up.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Complimentary Compadres.
And up above me, we have Heavy J, who's trying not to be so heavy.
Shit. Your boy gained a few too many, man. And I ain't talking XP points, but yeah, what it does, man. We're gonna have a good podcast today.
Aaron's leveling up every day.
Yeah, we got some. I was leveling. I've been leveling up too much, bro. I got caught cheating.
You got caught by Microsoft.
Cheating on the video game. I got all the automatic level ups and shit.
Yeah. Sony crossed out your account.
Paying for it by going on a diet. But anyway, it was good. Go ahead, man.
I don't know if we went there, but
all right, yes. Yeah. I don't know what we're gonna talk about this episode. We ain't gonna talk about shit. So
we got some topics.
We don't know why y'all came here.
Yeah, what do you guys think?
No, we actually have some pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool topics for you guys today. And it's been a while. I know we said it every episode, but it has been a while. Niggas doing shit.
It hasn't been as long between this episode and last as it was that episode and the one before. So
got like a week on this one.
Yeah.
But
we're gradually getting back to our.
We drop at least 1 month. We've never done worse than that. So y'all get at least one of these motherfuckers a month. All right. So
of course.
That's guaranteed.
Yeah.
Promise nothing, deliver less.
But yes, we are going to take it over here to Adam. You got our first topic.
Hey guys, hey, it's me. Yeah, I got our first topic. So we're going to get into the South Park episode that was banned in China, and it's hilarious. They actually named it "Banned" (BAND) in China because it's about Stan having a new band, and he's playing it at the county fair, and eventually he has these executives that want him to play for China, but they end up trying to censor everything he's doing. It's a similar South Park episode. I've seen episodes like this before too. They kind of cover similar ground every once in a while. They repeat themselves, but it's still entertaining shit. And pretty much they're trying to censor every word he's saying, which is the way China kind of treats the media in general. Like they're very strict. This is unrelated, but it is related. I had a coworker the other day tell me that he's telling his son to visit other countries. He says, "Yeah, I told him he should visit China for a year." I'm like, "Hell no, dude." He's like, "Why not?" It's like, you know how strict they are out there. He'll be miserable. He's like, "Oh yeah, probably." I'm like, "Yeah, tell him to go to Japan instead." But anyway, back to South Park. Yeah, so there's like a subplot where Randy's trying to sell weed to Mickey Mouse. It's a whole lot of crazy shit. But anyway. And like the season is clearly going places that I have not been kept up with. I haven't watched South Park consistently in about a year or so since I lost cable. But basically the gist here is that they're making fun of China because of just how strict they are and how much they just demand these studios and businesses do to cater to them, like to just censor everything. And they lose a lot of money because of that, but at the same time, they have a lot of money these companies want, which Disney's a big part of that. There was a big subplot where Mickey Mouse, he's a recurring character now, which is hilarious, and I love him in the show. But he's out there trying to get their money too, but even he has to censor himself, which obviously it's all Disney ever does. So long story short, he ends up like what happens? Randy murders Winnie the Pooh because there's this joke about. What is it? Winnie the Pooh. Sorry, one of the prime ministers out there looks like him, apparently. So yeah, and like so he kills Winnie the Pooh to make that guy less offended. I don't know. It's like South Park always goes to the absolute extreme, and they even put just like gory shit in there for no reason. Sometimes I'm just like, why you fucking do this? But that part was stupid. But for the most part, the episode was pretty good. I chuckled a couple times. And they always cover really hardcore shit. At the very end, they really didn't even need to do this. That's probably why the episode got banned, is they actually show real footage making fun of actual China. I'm like, God bless. Y'all are really trying to get in trouble. But they're so fucking rich, they don't care about anything, which I respect. They're one of the few outlets left on planet Earth that avoids PC era and offended bullshit. So, I mean, I applaud them for that. But is what it is. maybe, even a few lines crossed. I mean, South Park can eat that shit right up. Those guys, man, that's just South Park for you. That's just Trey and Matt. I guess that's their names, right? And the rest of the staff. You know, they've been doing this shit since we were in diapers. But yeah, it was solid. It was entertaining. You know, it taught me a few things that some of the things I've already forgot because it was a while ago I watched the episode. But yeah, Corn, you want to pick us up from there?
First things first. Let's also clarify too that episode actually got banned in China.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, I mean, going back to the whole band and it was Stan, right? Yeah, it was in the band. So Stan was in the band, and then they're trying to censor him. It pretty much goes into a very vague look into how not just the music industry is, but how the entertainment industry is as a whole. Of how there's a ceiling for you if you aren't, if you aren't constantly cutting your hair, changing your hair color, saying you're gay, if you're not out here actively supporting one of these groups.
Oh, yeah.
There's a ceiling for you in the entertainment industry.
In any industry, in life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say in any industry, but
in any social media related industry, and something where you have to be online and catering to a social media or just some answering to somebody in a platform where people will see you online. Yes, you have got to cater to something at all times. Because if you don't, you'll either get forgotten. That's the good news. If you get forgotten, that's good. Or you will get slaughtered, and so a career suicide will occur. So
yeah.
And I will say, Chick-fil-A has proven you can be attacked by all these groups and still have your company still be profitable.
Yeah,
so,
that's true. Well, that's because they're so damn good. Like the Chick-fil-A tastes like shit. No, they'd be out of business, but they're so delicious.
If Chick-fil-A does have that drug on their side. So.
Exactly.
If Chick-fil-A was like a paper company, they would be no more. But the fact that they make really good shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
exactly.
Dude, if Chick-fil-A was Hardee's, they'd be done.
Dude, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, man.
Yeah, no, but they continue to be like number one in the fast food industry. So, as far as taste goes,
I saw a picture of people protesting at Chick-fil-A, and then a couple of them was actually eating Chick-fil-A, but they was eating fries.
Well, yeah, I mean, we got to eat something while we're out here protesting. Let's get some delicious ass Chick-fil-A. That's so stupid, but that just means they win, and I don't mean the protesters.
Oh yeah, totally. And also that just shows how people they just protest shit just to think that they're just to feel cool, just to because that's the thing that you're told that you're supposed to try and do now is just get upset about everything that could possibly offend you in any little type of way.
Yeah, bro.
And that's what you're supposed to be up in arms about, even if you don't even understand it. All people do is read fucking headlines or articles, and then they go out and feel like they
don't even read them. Just look at a Facebook article without clicking the article.
Yeah,
read the
and they got their opinion set and shit.
Read the headline and leave a comment about what the fuck is this? You didn't read it. Yeah,
I will say what I do. I'll go to comments and see if somebody just tells us what it is about in the comments. I'm like, hey, that's better than clickbait.
I'm dead.
I mean, I do got to give my hat off to the guy or gal who leaves a long comment, which is basically copy paste of the article. That saves you from going to the spam ridden website, which is full of ads, and sometimes the ads don't even let you read it, so they're trying to make money off that shit. So kudos to that fine soul who does that. But that's a rare case than them just going down there and spouting nonsense, that they didn't read the article.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
but
man.
I mean, we've always known how powerful South Park is. We've always known how big their voice is always heard whenever they do episodes.
Because they're number one in the animated comedy industry. They're in.
Are they above the Simpsons? As far as
are they above the Simpsons? And shit? Are they above the Simpsons?
I say they're above the Simpsons. Now,
hold on. I'm gonna fact check this shit. Hold on.
I don't know.
That's my biased opinion.
They are those two. Simpsons has more episodes though. right?
Well, yeah, Simpsons has been around since we were like little, yeah.
Yeah, Simpsons has the most content.
It's the longest running animated show.
But South Park has the best quality still. They're the one that still delivers, whereas all the rest of them suck now. Like the big boys. I'm not talking about the up and comers like BoJack or something that has less content but continues to deliver good shit. I'm talking about the big boys like Simpsons, Family Guy. Oh God, don't get me started on how bad Family Guy is now because I will, which I might. But they've also got the other what are the other big boys out of those? Are those the big three, or is there
probably Family Guy? You could add in Family Guy to that.
Well,
I'd say the big three like South Park, Simpsons, and Family Guy.
Yeah,
probably the big three.
Now I adored Futurama, which I thought that was those guys' better show out of that and Simpsons. But
that's fair.
Yeah, and they ended, which is what you should do. If your show is good, end it. Like, come on, have it fucking end it.
Yeah, because as much as I dislike Futurama, Futurama was one of the bigger ones. Boondocks was one of the bigger ones.
Yeah, Boondocks is good.
I know I'm missing another one.
American Dad's okay. Out of Seth MacFarlane shows, I think that one aged a little bit.
American Dad did numbers too, though. I can't. Just my quick little 2-minute search. I couldn't find any statistics as far as like number of episodes, reviews, or anything between the two. But I'm gonna keep looking while we talk.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. But yeah, I think this episode was fun. South Park never fails. We know this.
Well,
South Park never.
They fail less than the rest. They fail much less than the rest.
No, I'm talking about when they make these episodes like this. These ones where they're just saying, "Hey, this is stupid." Let's put out an episode saying this is stupid.
Let's make fun.
And then people watch it, and I'm like, "Oh, they're attacking China, or they're saying this, or whatever." No, they're simply just saying, "Hey, this is stupid. This is dumb. Let's make fun of it. Let's do it in a way that we're best at, which is making people laugh while doing it."
Yeah, this is the kind of stuff where when you make extremely in the moment episodes that it's a hard concept to wrap my head around, because I mean a lot of these shows will do this where they make fun of something going on right now, because but the thing is, when you do that, your content will always be dated. Remember when I told you not that long ago about making a YouTube channel where if your content is dated, your old episodes are worthless. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's where South Park kind of knocks it out, because they still make a good subplot in there that is timeless. You got Randy selling weed, like that's funny. Like you put something in there that isn't going to age, like milk. Whereas a topic like this, this one necessarily might not, because it's a whole country. That's the butt of the joke. But like, remember back when they made that episode about the Republican running candidates? Like, anybody that thinks about that shit now? No, it's dated pieces of news that you're gonna go back and not really care about those episodes, as opposed to a timeless one like the Imagination Land trilogy, or the Scott Tenorman episode. That was his name. Where Cartman makes that kid eat his parents. Stuff like that. The absolute timeless classics. Those are the ones people are going to remember, as opposed to stuff like this. You know what I'm saying?
I disagree.
Yeah.
I think that.
Can I drop some stats in here real quick though?
Drop that shit.
So I have to do some actual research to find an actual number, not just like I said, not just 5 minutes, but on cinemablend.com, they basically had a comparison, and they were saying, just my skimming, they basically were saying that they both have 20 plus years under their belt. They both have a movie that was successful. Simpsons is more age friendly than South Park, blah, 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 blah.
I guess that's true.
But they had a poll at the bottom, and they were saying, is The Simpsons better than South Park? And 67% of people said no.
Yeah.
And 33% said yes.
Yeah, there you go. Because Simpsons aged worse, and their newer shit got worse and worse, whereas South Park just kind of stays solid. They're not really reaching the heights they used to, except every once in a while they have a really good episode, but they stay solid. They don't go to shit like the others,
Going back to my disagreement with you from what you were saying earlier, I think that saying that it's dated is probably an overstatement. I mean, yeah, it may be like older or whatever, but I mean, we can go back and watch the episodes about something that was going on, like when the whole R. Kelly thing came out, and they did the episode about that. Like that's timeless. That's not dated. Even though like no one now, if you were born in 2003, you're not really going to know about the situation. I mean, you might know about it now because the whole R. Kelly thing started, being put out there again after all these years. But you're not going to remember, oh yeah, that was the episode when, but they'd still be entertained. They're not going to be like, oh, this is about something old and stupid. You know what I mean?
Right.
So South Park does a really good, a really good way of not having dated stuff. I don't think any of this stuff would be dated.
That's true.
I just mean that the topics are pieces of history that eventually somebody's going to forget about, whereas their original content is their big, that, oh yeah, I remember that, or oh yeah, that's what that happened, because this isn't disagreeing with you. Well, maybe it is. I'm kind of lost in the sauce, but what I'm trying to say is that I've always just been more drawn to, me, originality. I love that shit. But I always do appreciate a good joke made about, a person in history when they have it coming, which, most of these people do. That's why South Park does what they do, and they do it so well. And I always laugh at that too. I was just saying that, well, yeah, I pretty much already said it.
Aaron, thoughts?
I mean, for me, I feel like it's more timeless than you're giving it credit for, especially like the episodes that are from a certain period in time, because if anything, people will use that as confirmation for, how society has been getting swayed and how it was swayed at that period of time when when they're making shows like that. So if anything, I see it more as like a bookmark, like a comedic, satirical, whatever you want to call it, bookmark of how society was at that point in time, and like somebody's imagination spun off of that. To me, I don't think the creativity has dropped any, because it's still fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah, it still is.
And to me, it's still way better than the Simpsons, even though I got respect for the Simpsons too.
Oh, I respect all the old ones in their prime. Yeah, of course.
But I mean, I don't know. I just think that, and also people will. I don't know, man. I just don't think that it's going to die in 10 years because they were talking about like, Trump being in office or whatever, or getting banned or an episode getting banned in China. And now 3 years ago, people aren't going to be like, oh, you remember back when they banned them in an episode? Yeah, now everything's banned, man. Because that's what they're going to be saying. So, man, it was good times back then, man. Only thing they had banned was the episode. Now we can't even fucking go outside without getting rated by an app.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Yeah, good thing you brought that up. That's what I was actually about to get to, is that China banned everything South Park. They banned the show itself after that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I mean, the people just hop on a VPN to another country and watch it. Like, it ain't like it's gonna stop people from watching it. But again, it is just. I mean, it just shows the level of control that they have. And the thing is, the American government has just as much control, but it's just so less out in the open.
I know, right?
Like all our control is like, well, all their control is like, like spiritual and manipulative and subliminal, and where China's is that too, but it's also overt.
Mm-hmm. You ain't wrong about that. The subliminal messaging.
That's just the difference between control and what some would call capitalism.
Yeah, bro. The control the government has.
Even though it's really not actual capitalism.
just talking about something, and then you see it in your YouTube like a few minutes later. It's crazy, man. The fact they're listening to everything we say. And now I understand why you guys would cover your cameras with gum. Like, damn, I should be doing that too.
Mine ain't covered with gum.
Whatever that shit was. Yeah.
The tape? I would even use electrical tape, but I have an actual little slider thing now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Can we talk about Mickey Mouse's appearance on this show, on this episode?
Oh yeah, let's talk about him in the whole show. This
was because while it's being funny and hilarious, and Jan, recommend you see this. You probably won't watch it, but
I need to, man, and I fucked up. I was supposed to watch it for this cast. I'm gonna be real with y'all.
That's all good.
But while it being super hilarious, you can tell the undertone in it where Disney's saying like they're saying like Disney's if you piss Disney off, you're done. Like
oh, absolutely.
These days, yeah.
If you get on that side, you're done. Like it's ridiculous how accurate that small segment was.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
It's like Disney's the face of America apparently now when it comes to business. When it comes to business, like Disney's the face of them. You piss them off, you're not going to be able. You're not going to have any business. You're not going to be able to have a streaming network or anything like you're done. I think Netflix, their days are numbered, especially once all the content for all their Marvel content it expires and they losing more people from Netflix.
And they keep taking off all the good shit.
Well, I wouldn't say that. They finally brought back all of Naruto. But I agree that Disney is coming for them, which sucks. Well, yeah, they made them take off the good Marvel shows, like the good series that I was really into.
And unless we're real, Naruto's not going to save Netflix.
Well, no, but I'm gonna enjoy it for as long as it is. But that's at the same time, that's our fault. That's our fault for not having it. Yeah, but dude, that's our fault for not having an anime app, which I should by now. But anyway, I digress.
True. But yeah, I mean, it's literally, hey, stay in line. Don't say shit about China. You saw what happened in the NBA when people are getting interviewed about China. They don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
You do.
And China, if you're listening tonight, all I've done is repeat what was already said. So yeah. Jaren's going mute. So
yeah,
we're gonna have to talk.
I said, oh my goodness, I don't even know if we actually have any listeners from China, but I don't know. We just hit we're over 7,000, I think, total listens. So one of them might be from China. Anyway,
our single listener just happens to.
Hell, you never know. SoundCloud might be banned in China. You never know.
Yeah.
Sure.
Contemporary Comrades is banned in China. From this day on.
Oh
gosh.
Oh, yes, man. Disney, yeah. So I think Disney's gonna be here for a while. Like I think
they'll outlive us.
In every business, they're gonna get in the food business. They're gonna get in the video game business. Which
yes, we talked about that.
There have been rumors.
Me and Corn talked about that in an episode on his YouTube. We talked about Disney and Amazon making game systems.
Yeah,
as a joke, but it will probably happen.
Yeah,
I wouldn't either, man. Honestly,
that would be easy for them. Either one of them.
I could see them doing that or being able to do that at least.
Oh, they could have done it already.
But the thing is, would they rather have those companies in their pocket like they do now? Though that's the only thing. Like they've got Sony in their pocket. Like because Sony does more than Sony does about the same amount, same type of things as Disney. Just Sony's more in the games is really the only thing.
Yeah. I
mean, Sony does movies, they do motion picture, things like that. They do sound. So Disney produced movies use like Sony, sound and stuff like that. So you never know. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised if they did something like that. I wouldn't buy it, but
dude. I
don't buy a Disney game console. No, sorry, bro. But
I'll be slapped across the face. I'll be slapped across the face with a handful of peanut butter before I get a damn Disney console. Which that actually sounds pretty good, but not the Disney console part. Shit sounds terrible. You imagine all the censored games. It'd be E-rated only. Honestly, if a Disney console came out, they would just be competing with Nintendo because they wouldn't be able to touch the other.
That's true. That's probably true.
As far as ratings, I'm not talking about money because they'd be making that money. I'm talking about rated like mature ratings. They couldn't do anything but with kid games.
They only want to brainwash kids, not adults. But at the same time, brainwash.
Well, they want to get everyone. But as far if it was a gaming console, I could easily see them just doing E-rated stuff. Like, they would probably
it would just beat all the classics and shit.
Oh, dude, I bet they probably want to buy Nintendo. Honestly,
yeah, they could.
They probably want to go after them and just.
I don't think Nintendo would sell, but they probably have the money to buy them.
Well, no, Nintendo wouldn't sell because Japan don't give a fuck about censors. Well, that's why I love Japan. That's why I love anime. They don't care. They are still out there making anime girls with big bouncing titties, and they don't give a shit. You got to respect Japan for going over the line because nobody else is gonna. Nobody else is doing that shit still.
I mean, is that really over the line though?
Well, nowadays it is, bro. 2019, you kidding me? Yeah.
But I'm talking about the real line, not the 2019 line. There's a huge difference.
I mean, they're still doing their thing out there, which sometimes it's a little too weird, but
yeah,
they're still making quality content that is mature and is going above and beyond to reach like your adult circuitry, which I respect.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like with all that stuff, man, it just like what it really looks like to me is basically just not necessarily worship of women, but just like the hypersexualization of women is really just to me is a compliment to them, because like the entirety of society and the entirety of humanity must think that you're pretty fucking sexy if men and women alike allow this shit to go on since it's been created up until now, when people got to be offended about everything.
Oh yeah, I mean that kind of shit just is catering back to treating femininity as a good thing, just as treating masculinity as a good thing.
Yeah,
but look at shows like freaking Dragon Ball. Like every character was a macho dude out there kicking ass.
Yeah.
Granted, this was about aliens fighting aliens and what have you, but the end of the day, you look at the forest beneath it. What's the term? The forest for the trees, whatever. You look at the nitty gritty. It's essentially about a masculine man fighting another masculine man, doing macho shit, and there you go. And that Japan is out there promoting the core values of men and womanhood back to us. I gotta give Japan a nice round of applause for that, because nowadays it's bad to be those two things, and you know that.
Yeah, but I'm gonna have to give them a slight L because
lowercase L.
Only because yeah, I'm not gonna give them a full uppercase L.
Yo,
I'm not gonna do that. But lower.
Hold on, before you go on, I see Corin wearing that Goku shirt just to fit this topic. Very nice, very nice. Should yeah, I need to get me a DBZ shirt. I can't believe I don't have one. But go ahead.
Oh shit, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, but all their sex robot culture and all that, to them taking it that far actually has cost them like actual human interaction at this point.
Oh, they fucked up.
Because a lot of young people don't,
I'm not gonna lie to you,
want to get married or have sex or like be interested in the opposite sex or anything like that anymore. They've already got it, so it's fucked them a little bit, but
Japan has done some shit too. Like there's a lot of animes that focus on incest for some reason, and I've noticed them. I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? There's some shit that is being promoted that is not too cool. But that's
porn.
Huh?
Porn in general has focused on that.
That's
too.
very true.
I don't just mean porn. I mean, there was this anime that had nothing to do with sex, and at the end of the anime, like these two cousins got together. I was like, it's just kind of like a little. It's kind of like this weird subliminal messaging, like Jaren stated, being pushed, and it's like, why? But anyway, it's kind of walked into that by mistake. I don't mean just this topic.
Yeah. Shit. Man. So, Corny, you have another topic?
What's next?
Maybe beat that horse to death. We gotta end it on the Japanese incest porn. But anyway,
yeah, we'll come back to that at the very end. Yeah, we'll come back and end it on that. Don't worry.
Yeah.
There'll be that one creepy person in the comments that says, "Hey, what manga that is?"
Hey, why y'all stop talking about that? Go back to that. What anime was it? It was Sword Art Online, in case anybody was actually curious.
Oh,
anyway.
Now, into the next subtopic. Jaron, did you have a subtopic for us? Do you want to talk about the Pharrell thing or the Kanye thing? Either of those two?
Go ahead and drop yours, and then I'll bring up Pharrell.
Okay. Okay. If you're gonna bring it the Pharrell one, I'll skip the one that I was gonna pick, and then I'll pick the other one, which is so a former student that was gonna graduate this past May at Boston College ended up jumping to his death hours. No, yeah, I said days, but hours before his graduation. That Saturday this past May, because I don't want to say because, but he was going through some issues, obviously. And we've seen this kind of issue before where the girlfriend or the ex-girlfriend continues to text the boyfriend, the guy, and continues to egg them on when they're saying they feel suicidal. So this not being any different, the woman, her name is, can't find it right now. You. Okay.
You?
That's her last name. Sorry. So yeah, her last name is You. Sorry. But anyway, her name doesn't even matter. But apparently she sent over 4,600 texts to this dude or to her boyfriend, pretty much arguing with him and egging him on when he's continually telling her that he wants to kill himself. I just saw this today. This story just came out today, and I see, and they're saying that they're going to charge her now, in connection to the suicide of her college boyfriend, the dude that committed suicide right before graduation. So I just want to say that the reason I want to bring the story up is because I just want to say I'm glad that women are now being held accountable just as much as men are.
Oh, dude.
The last time we saw this was the first time that we actually saw a woman get charged for a connection of egging someone on to suicide.
That's true, and we talked about it.
Yeah, bro. Fuck that shit.
So I just want to say this is progress. Now it's fucked up that he committed suicide, but it's progress that she is being held accountable for that shit.
You know what really sucks about this whole thing? Suicide in any regard. The people who are egging you on don't think you're going to do it. They're just being assholes, or they're being manipulative. They think you're just gonna. It's just a conversational topic. They're treating it like it's going to buy some shoes or something. This is someone's life that we're talking about, And it's already hard enough for men to talk about their own shit to anybody, It's tougher for men. I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to this kind of shit, it's tougher for men because women seem to always get more support, which we've talked about in previous episodes. So especially in a case like this, when you got a girl literally egging him on for it, like, fuck out of here. She should get charged. Like damn, man.
I'm glad.
I mean, yeah, I'm glad they're going to, look into that and potentially charge her or whatever else. But I just want to know where this dude's friends are at. Like where your homies at, dog?
Well, dude,
a lot of your you got to be kidding me. To a certain point, I understand somebody pushing you over the edge, but if you gonna let some ex-girlfriend literally drive you to death, where are your friends? Where's the real help that he needed? That's what I don't understand is that whole. I feel like that whole thing could have been avoided, man. Very easily.
Yeah, it could, but a lot of people who are in the darkest darkness don't want to bring their buddies into it. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to tell the people that would help them out because they're fucked up.
But they don't have. But if something as serious as wanting to commit suicide, wouldn't you think that they would at least have some idea? Did he completely isolate himself off of everybody?
That probably is what was the case, and then he had the worst person possible come to him at the worst time possible. Yeah, I could easily see it. Maybe
it's just my intuition is stronger with people that I'm close to than the average. But I'm able to pick up on real little subtle differences in people that a lot of people can't. I mean, I'm not saying that that makes me better. I'm just saying.
But to play devil's advocate, there are people nowadays, and especially after the subject that we just came off of about social media and about people not being as social. Yeah. One, this dude very well possibly could have not had any friends. Yeah. Two,
I mean, that's true.
Even if he did, his friends could have been judgmental because people are now more judgmental than we've ever been in all humanity, because we don't know each other, because we don't know how to talk to people, because we don't know how to not just verbally talk to people, but like communicate with people in general without doing it through a screen.
Yeah.
I think that with more people being judgmental, including your friends, and I use that because, I feel like the younger generation doesn't really resonate how we made friends and how you can truly tell who's your friend and who's not your friend.
Yeah, it was.
And an age of social media, and an age, and in an age where social media determines your value.
Very true.
And I say that like it doesn't mean that to me, but I'm saying that's how it feels out in the world. We see this kind of shit every day. Like, I mean, we don't, but this shit happens every day.
This shit happens every day. Yeah, I mean, you're right.
And one thing that relates to me personally, as someone who moved pretty far distance, I was able to keep the people that mattered most, which is one good part of social media, like being able to connect on through the internet to talk to people that are far away, like which case of Jaron, and I might be moving again soon, so which might be the case with Corn. It's great to just have that option, and then you can really test your friendships too, because the people that I would see back home, they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck about me. You gotta put yourself in those shoes too. Like, who really cares about you? Who is your ride or die? And like, and when you get to that point, distance doesn't mean shit, because that's where technology and society is leaning in the good side. That's where we have okay, this is awesome. I can keep in touch with these people forever as long as I have an internet connection. Shit, like, yeah, that part's great, but dedicating too much time to it, to the fake parts, and everyone knows exactly what I'm talking about when I say the fake parts. You know what I'm talking about, waving the finger, the fake parts. you know what I'm saying? So there's goods and bad to it, and I'm guilty of both. I think I really went off track, but
a bit, but it's cool. That's what we do on this podcast, is go off track. But
got a lot on my mind, so
yeah, I mean, but Corn's right. I basically was just saying, basically I was saying what you were saying, Corn, without saying it like that, which is where did humanity go? You know what I'm saying? Where do people caring and giving a fuck about other people go? Like, to the fact that this dude will let some chick drive him to killing himself.
Yeah. Just
by merely texting him.
Yeah.
Like, it just disappoints me, man, honestly. But so that's why I asked the question, where's his friends at? But I don't know, man.
And the thing is, that's not a bad way to look at it either, because I didn't look at it that way either.
I mean, that's true.
I didn't look at it that way until you said something, and then that's when I thought of the whole, like, well, you also have to put into account of
how people are in general nowadays. Yeah.
And dude, I didn't think about that until you said something. That's why I was like, okay. Because people might look at it as like that being a bad thing, but common sense would say, like, in reality, if we actually had common sense and we didn't look to blame people for every fucking problem, common sense would say, like, how can one person drive another person to kill themselves through text? That's where my whole thing of cyberbullying comes in, where I don't think cyberbullying exists. That's just my own.
It's real. Yeah.
I personally don't believe in cyberbullying. I don't believe in. I can't turn my screen off and not come. You know what I mean? Like, I can't log out. I can't block that person.
Just like we just stated about how we're doing this Skype right now. You know what I'm saying? We're doing a Skype right here, connecting through the cyberspace. So if somebody's only friends are doing the same shit to them, yeah, it's real, bro. That's the realest thing they have. One thing I will say.
Say that last part again.
I said it's real because it's the realest relationship they have with somebody. Like, imagine if all your friends are through text. It's just one example.
I mean, but then that begs the question: are they really, like? Don't get me wrong. I've met people on the internet and had cool relationships with them only on the internet.
Yeah,
it's been through video games or something like that, right? But
sure.
That doesn't. I mean, maybe it's just me, man. But that doesn't come close to, like, just even passing people on the fucking street and not saying anything to them. Like, just I don't know, man. It's just
Oh yeah, you need the connection, and like even just seeing someone is better than just talking or just texting. Like
yeah, but the I don't know, man. Go ahead, man. I'm not necessarily sold on cyberbullying either, man. But I can understand how it would it could hit people totally.
it's just somebody might be down in the dumps enough. Sorry, Corn. Somebody might be down in the dumps enough to make it so that all they have left is people who are texting them. So they treat that as the only connections. So if someone who was texting them is talking to them like, kill yourself, you're a piece of shit, that might be all they have to go off of, and they might just go ahead and do it because this is my life. I guess I might as well die, And
yeah, but all right. So I want to backtrack a little bit to what I said earlier because I'm glad she is going to prison. But let's be clear, I'm not glad she's going to prison because she quote unquote did this shit. I'm glad she's going to prison because if it was a man, he would be going to prison for this. So
for sure. I mean, yeah, for sure.
So